What's up, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to be giving you a quick review on the movie Werewolves. Now, I usually don't partake in horror movies during the holiday season just because I'm an avid fan of horror and I watch them all year round, and I really like to embrace the Christmas spirit, but Werewolves was a movie that I was honestly looking forward to. I'm a big fan of werewolf movies. Some of my favorite movies out there are werewolf movies, and I don't feel like we have enough of them, especially good ones. We have a ton of B movies, and even worse than that, and a lot of cheesy ones, but we don't have a lot of really good ones. And when I saw the trailer for this movie, I was very excited. Unfortunately, it just wasn't what I expected. Now, I think a lot of that is my own doing. I think I went into this movie with too high of expectations because this is exactly what most of the other werewolf movies out there are. Good B movies. I was expecting more along the lines of like a Scream-esque style movie. Not so much in slasher, but quality. And I don't know why. I go back and I watch the trailer, and maybe it's just my own setup, I don't know. As long as you go in watching this movie with the proper expectations, you're gonna have fun. If you go in like I did, having better expectations,
you're gonna have a bad time.
This is gonna be as non-spoiler as possible, so if you haven't seen the movie yet, you're not gonna ruin anything for you. But overall, like I said, for what it is a B movie at best. I can't recommend going to the theater to see this. Let's just get that out of the way right now. This is 100% like a Tubi streaming movie. And I don't mean that in any disrespect whatsoever, but I would not have went to the theaters to see this. Now, this movie, like I said, I'm no spoilers, but man, just kind of starting from the beginning, they throw you into this right from the beginning, right? There is no soft lead up. It's just boom. It tells you exactly what's going on. The best way to explain this movie, it is taking a werewolf movie and smashing it into The Purge. No spoilers, but the basic synopsis is a supermoon event happened a year prior, and everyone was affected when this moonlight touches your skin. So everyone turns into a werewolf if the moonlight touches you. They don't really know why. They're still trying to figure that out. And there was mass casualties. And then after the supermoon, everyone goes back to normal. So they're preparing for this supermoon again. And that's basically where this starts off, is the preparation for that supermoon event about to happen. The cast, Frank Grillo, I believe is his name. I'm horrible with names. If you've been around and you've seen my reviews, you know I'm terrible at them. He's the main star of this movie, and, you know, he's okay. You know, he's a good actor. I like him. He's in some good stuff. Lou Diamond Phillips makes a appearance, which I wasn't aware of, but he's probably the only really good actor in this movie. Everyone else, for the most part, the acting is, again, B-style, cheesy, really, really rough. The action's there, but a lot of bad decision making with these characters. The acting, again, is not the best. There are some parts where you're like, oh my goodness, like, it's rough. Like I said, I do enjoy some really good B horror movies. I think they can be fun, but I went into this with a little bit higher expectation, and I was a little disappointed. Now, look, I'm a massive fan of practical effects, so, you know, American Werewolf in London, the practical effects there, just mind-boggling, right? They do have practical effects in this for the werewolves, so I applaud them there. They did a good job trying to bring these werewolves to life. Unfortunately, sometimes when you see these werewolves on screen, they remind me of the practical effects of, like, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2 and the Ooze. That's what I'm getting. Like, for example, again, no spoilers, but one of the werewolves that turned is for some reason still wearing like a biker vest and the earring that the biker had on. Like, it's bad. Like, it's laughably out loud, like, oh my god. Another scene, right, where obviously this turned from a man into a werewolf, and then if they revert back, you know, they have jeans on again. And it's like, well, where did the jeans go? Like, how did the jeans stay on? Just stuff like that. It is a fun, bad movie, is the best way I can explain it. Definitely not a movie theater I wouldn't waste my time going to the theaters to see it. I unfortunately did. Again, I'm not knocking anybody. I appreciate art of all forms and levels, but I was looking for more of a serious, really good werewolf movie. Again, like an American Werewolf of London like style, or same par, I guess, and this is not it at all in any way, shape, or form. Now, just to give you an idea what the general audience is thinking of this movie, this is Rotten Tomatoes. Again, if you're not new to this channel, then you are aware how much I despise Rotten Tomatoes, and I don't really care what professional reviewers do, but I do care for what the actual audience is, and this can gauge and sometimes be off or bots or whatever, but I don't think that's the case with this movie. I don't think they're investing that kind of input with this movie, right? Tomato meter with the reviewers is at a 51%, and then you have the audience scores sitting at a 43%, so which is pretty on par. So let's jump over here real quick and see what the actual audience is saying about this. It was a fun and entertaining A B movie with a decent budget. Yeah, again, like I said, I appreciate some of the things that it was able to do. Definitely the practical effects I appreciate. I wish they went a little bit more serious with it, but not that big of a deal. Again, someone else here stating another piggyback take on the Purge franchise. Unbelievable on how little everyone was prepared for a night they knew was coming, but other than that, it had some fun moments. But if you're looking to be scared, you will be disappointed. Yeah, this is definitely not a horror movie in any way, shape, or form. You're not going to be scared unless you're just an extremely jumpy person. You're not going to get that surprise with this at all. This reviewer here, it was good. It reminded me of the year 1980, a classic style of horror movies. I enjoyed it and was worth every penny. So again, it really just depends on your expectation going into this movie. If you're just looking for something to put on in the background and you love horror movies and werewolves, you might have fun with it. Don't expect a lot of horror. That's what I was hoping for. I know Wolfman's coming out supposedly next year, I believe. So that I think is going to be more horror based. But this is more action with a sprinkle of horror, I guess, if you want to say. But like I said, overall, this was a rough movie only because it caught me off guard. I expected better quality, and it wasn't there. The acting is really bad, to be honest with you. It's decent action stuff, a lot of bad decision making with the characters. I appreciate the fact that we did practical effects, but again, I think it was a miss. They could have at least tried to be a little bit more serious when it came to some of the things. Some of the wolves did look cool, I will say that, and they could have CGI'd the crap out of it, made it look even worse and really stupid. So they did at least try there, so I might tip my hat to them there, but man, the acting in this movie, especially when you watch it, you'll notice a couple of them was just really rough. I appreciate that they tried, but yeah, unfortunately, I was a little let down just because of my expectations. If you go into it expecting a B movie and a bad movie, just kind of a popcorn flick, you'll have a good time. But let me know what your thoughts are down below if you went out and got to see Werewolves, or if you plan on seeing it when it comes to a streaming. I'm sure it's going to end up on some type of streaming platform. More than likely, this is a Tubi style movie for sure, 100%. Like, I can guarantee I could see this landing there and staying there forever. But let me know what you guys think down below. Always love to hear your thoughts. If you like this video, check out my other reviews. I'll be having a lot more coming up soon, and I'll catch you next time.